So, The Gathering or Japan? I'll tell you why I chose Japan.
By my power, with burning energy, the day of fate has finally
What's going on? It's your boy Juggalos972 here. Oh, it's been a busy week. What can I say? This should tell you all that needs to be known. Oh man. So, the trip to Japan is going to be is now officially confirmed. Which, by the way, now includes not just myself, my girlfriend, and my sister, but my mother too. So this is going to be a lot of fun. But I want to talk about something that kind of it's been on my mind. I wouldn't say not just on my mind though, but just things kind of run across my head about this. Excuse me. I chose Japan over The Gathering for one reason: value. Now, what do I mean by value? Well, we as a fam have a interesting culture about ourselves. This culture, being about music that brings us together. Music, other fun stuff like that too. But not only that though, but we also have some of our own little detriments as well. I mean, but what culture doesn't? What kind of culture doesn't have its detriments as well? To a lot of people, the mainstream see us as like just a bunch of hoodlums, drugs, violence. Hell, we're on the gang member list, which is stupid to begin with. And nowadays, they're seeing The Gathering as a gang rally or some shit like that. You remember that shit that that ICD was talking about. During whenever they were when they sued the FBI. Well, lately, my focus hasn't been about just music. It's been about I want to say for me, it's been about growing. What do I mean by that? Well, I want to say that, what happens here in the United States, we've, I think to a lot of us, we've lost, a lot of our core values as Americans too. But, the one thing I also like about The Gathering is the fact that, we all come together, to enjoy music, enjoy company, just to fuck off for about a week. But I chose Japan, because number one, it's not just a dream vacation though, but there's something about the Japanese that I, as I've gotten older, I've really grown fond of, and that's value. And one of the things that that I've learned is respect. Everybody should respect one another. Not just respect one another, but respect everyone around each other. More importantly, have each other in mind. Everybody at The Gathering, has that same kind of value too, because, when you're at home, you have you've got, the people you're familiar around too. But, what if we're on an island, of all places, a large island, an island that, far exceeds, what you would call American value? Well, I mean, another reason why I'm also visiting Japan though is because, the values that they have over there are something that I really, really, really try to live upon. I take a lot of, the pot of positivity, I take a lot of, not just values that I grew up on, respect towards others, being respectful to everybody else, and not to mention treating others the way you want to be treated. But, I take a lot of influence, not just from the way I was raised, but from Japanese culture too. And for the first time in my life, maybe the only time in my life, I don't know, because because even though I'm going with my family in November, it could be the only time that I could be going. And it's definitely one of those one in a million, one of those trips that's 1 in a million to some people, because that's what it feels like to me. I mean, the gathering may feel like that, you know, for some of us. So, but at the same time, you know, specifically when it comes to the fam ourselves, the only difference is, you know, we've got a division in ourselves, you know, where Japan doesn't. So, I think for the first time, you know, in my life, you know, as a you know, not just as a juggler, but as a human being, one of those things that I've always wanted to experience is something as unique, you know, as a nation who has everybody else in mind too. Not only that, but I think, you know, as you get older, you know, you look for more in a culture rather than just, you know, familiarity in music. And what seems like, you know, to what it is nowadays, what's more commonplace in the Juggalo world, conflict. You know, online or offline. You know, because, you know, we're Americans. We've got differences of opinion, and you know what? Opinions are like assholes. Everybody has one. You know, but I've been to a gathering before, and you know, I love seeing the fam get along. But it would really be interesting, you know, to see, you know, a nation of people, you know, who get along and have each other in mind as well. Now, this does not mean that I feel like Japanese people are better than Juggalos. Not one bit. But, you know, those are just, you know, some core values that, you know, I seem to really, you know, take a lot upon too. Not to mention, you know, the values that I was instilled as I was growing up too. But I guess you can also say, though, another reason why I'm choosing this trip to Japan as almost like a one-of-a-kind kind of an experience, though, is because, you know, I think to some people, you know, you really don't get these kind of experiences a lot in life. I mean, it could be the only time. And I think another reason why I'm doing it is because, you know, maybe you experience something once in your life and never experience it again, but you'll always remember it. To be quite frank, how many times, you know, can you really go together with your blood family, or with, you know, with the people that you love, you know, personally, and just go experience a new culture? Because if you ask me, though, I think a foreign country and the gathering is something that everybody should experience as well. I mean, chalk it up to just an opinion. Chalk it up to, I guess you could say, you know, chalk it up to what you feel could be very different to others. All I'm saying is this: I'm choosing Japan over the gathering simply because I want to experience something different. You know, and maybe everything that I mentioned too could be summed up, you know, at the gathering as well to some people. And you know, that's cool. That's really cool. I mean, because one, it costs money, a lot of money. Two, there's a long travel. You know, sometimes 12, 14 hours, maybe even 28 hours to some people by car. For me, I'm going directly from Dallas to Tokyo, about 13 hours, I believe. Yeah, about a 13-hour flight. So, in a way, we're all going to be cramped, and we're all going to be sitting down for extended periods of time. But yeah, I mean, I guess you can say, you know, the basis of all this is go experience something new. You know, it doesn't have to be the gathering, it doesn't have to be a foreign company. Just go experience something new. You know, learn about something. Learn, you know, about, you know, what brings people together this way. To us in the gathering, in the Juggalo world, you know, the fam itself, you know, come together, you know, based on our love of music, our love for ICP, our love for Psychopathic, you know what I mean? Our love for just music in general, our love for Twiztid, you know what I mean? Because I'm always going to be a Twiztid ninja too, just as much as I'm an ICP ninja. But go out and experience new things as well. And you know what? I'm going to be covering my trip to Japan as well in November. Matter of fact, I'm going, believe it or not, day after Halloween. So it's going to be one hell of a Hallowicked, and it's going to be one hell of a November's Eve too. The only thing I can really, you know, tie this up upon too, this little vlog, if you will, is go experience something new. You know, you never know what you're going to be missing out. Much love, peace, God bless, be good to each other, and empower each other positively this year. Peace.